Welcome, Cancer, to your beginning of the month reading for March. This reading is for the 7th through the 15th. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. And remember, friends, this can't resonate with everyone, so if it doesn't resonate, please watch your rising moon or Venus. Okay. And I did get the meditation channel going, so the description of that channel is in the description box underneath this video. Okay, so be sure to check out that. That's where most of the meditation videos are going for now. Okay. So this message, please, for Cancer. And I'll talk more about that meditation channel also within the spiritual reading chakras, things of that nature. Okay, so let's get into this. This message, please, for Cancer, the 7th through the 15th. Whoa. Too many cards, my friends. It's already trying to tell us a story, but we just need one right now for your energy. Gotta love these new cards, right? Overwhelming circumstances could be dealing definitely with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but wow, you know, there's 1,000 cards of overwhelmingness, it feels like, in this deck, right? Figure 75 cards. Could have used at least 4 other ones, and it comes out straight up with the Devil. So it could even be a karmic tie. If you're saying I'm not dealing with a Capricorn, but it definitely could be a Capricorn. But there is something definitely feeling like it is overwhelming. There's some kind of toxic energy going on around the situation. Clarifying on the Devil, please, for Cancer. If you do feel like you're in a karmic relationship that you cannot break the chains of, that is the card definitely for that. No matter how much we try to get away from each other, we have a hard time breaking those chains, and it's the Master again, the Devil again. Wow. Okay, so definitely feeling like you're in some kind of karmic, definitely Spirit is saying there's some kind of karmic tie going on over here that is definitely overwhelming you. Let's see what's going on. Straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. In the present, we have the Emperor upside down. Whatever is going on over here, this person does believe they may be the master of the universe. This is a manipulation. This person that you are dealing with is very bossy, very controlling, and very straightforward. Meaning they're not going to hide anything that they're going to say. They're going to bring it right out to light. And it's the way that they're speaking, doing things, the behavior around them is horribly toxic and overwhelming. It doesn't matter if it's a love relationship, a friend relationship, a family situation, however it is, it's very overwhelming, and this person feels they are, number one, in control of the situation. In the recent past, you're looking for the inner peace within yourself. It feels like there is a lot of meditation and a lot of inner peace seeking, just to find your place of peacefulness. In the near future, you do have a lot of confusion coming up. There's a lot of confusing circumstances surrounding this situation. It could even be that the inner peace that you had felt in the recent past, this is for some of you, not all of you. Remember, if it doesn't resonate, or the examples that is, you can throw them away for your own. But it does feel like maybe this person had gone away and you had the inner peace, and then they returned. Did this person return? You had found the strength and the inner peace within yourself. So there was a lot of strength and inner peace going on. So a lot of give and take that you were giving to yourself. You have a Page of Cups coming up. You could be dealing with a Pisces who just really drives away that inner peace. Feels like the give and take that you want, not only that you give to yourself and other people, it feels like I would like for them to do this as well. But it just feels like they have a lot of bad behaviors, and they really know how to upset you, that's for sure. With the Page of Cups upside down, emotionally distraught. So it does feel like when you are around this person or this situation, whatever this situation is for you, it feels like there is an emotional distraughtness going on over here. It feels like all you want, there's a lot of empathy that goes on through this. You guys might be empaths as well. So with having that empathic psychic ability within you, it really cuts through the inner peace that you have because it keeps you imbalanced. And it's like you're looking for all the balance within the relationship the way that you want it to be, but the Page of Cups cannot do so. You're more toxic than they are anything else. Feels like some days is good days and other days are bad days. But it just feels like there's a lot of disappointment and a lot of disillusionment when it comes to this person. Maybe they get you into this place where they tell you these beautiful things and, to keep you going, keep you strong in certain cases, or keep you there. Now we have the chains, right? Now we're talking about the chains of the karmic relationship. If I can, continue to maintain and give you what you're looking for on an empathy, but it's more like disillusion, then I can keep you where I want you to be, Cancer. You're under my thumb. And it does feel like this person can disappoint you to the place where it just starts tarnishing things. But at first it's crazy because it does feel like they disillusion you a lot. I love you. I'll do this. I'll do that. And then why do I feel like there's broken promises? Why do I feel like it's kind of a back and forth energy? And in the end of the day, you realize, oh, this is how they keep me, on their chain. This is how we end up chaining each other together. Maybe you're both a little disillusioned about the situation as well, thinking that everything will turn around for the best of the relationship. And then I figure, now in the present, you've come to the conclusion this is just too karmic, it's too overwhelming, it's too toxic. And this person, it almost feels like now that you've told this person, very seriously about how you feel about the situation, that you don't want to play anymore because it's taking away your inner peace and giving you a lot of anxieties. Boy, have they turned into kind of a nightmare. It's almost like you're manifesting more stability within your life, one that you can, balance out. But there's a lot of impatience that's going on over here of how to get to your true happiness and rewards. But the first thing is getting away from this person. And it just feels like the more that you kind of get away from this person, the more they kind of rein you back in. Where are you going, Cancer? I love you. What are you doing? And then it just becomes almost like the master of the chains. Because there is a lot of heartfelt things, right? I just feel like this person is not committed to you the way you want them to be committed to you, because I don't think they can really commit to anything on that nature, right? There is a lot of prosperities and rewards that are coming towards you in other areas, work, things of this nature, other places that can keep you happy and keep you going. It does feel like you're, trying to risk it all for this relationship, for this toxic, to have a turnaround or break the chains. However, it feels like when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. I just feel that's the yeah. And they have a nasty way of talking, a nasty way of seeing things. Their communication is not the way right now in the present that you would like the communication to be, which will, if you're an empath, you're going to pick up on that energy really fast. And that's just going to really shell you and put you down into your shell to where you're not going to want to come up and take a risk or take a chance or even speak anymore. So I do feel like you have also withdrawn in speech over here due to, their lack of emotion, right? The star upside down, I'm not feeling as shiny and bright about you anymore. It's time to take the chains off, my friends. It's time to say, hey, you know what? This is just all kind of a dream. I don't think we're supposed to be together. I think we're supposed to learn something from the situation. And what is it that we need to learn from the situation? What is it? We need to really have to get down into moon energy over here, reflect about what is it that I learned from you, right? Because anytime you have a karmic, you guys are learning from each other. So you have to figure out, even if you can't figure out what they've learned from you, you can definitely figure out what you've learned from them. And this will actually take you to the next high road. This will be allow for you to cut through the clouds and cut through the BS of the situation and being able to free yourself, on a emotional and mental basis. It just feels like the way that they're traveling towards you is not the healthiest way, but it always seems like it always comes back to the white flag. It always comes back to the apology. This is how it starts the cycle over again. This is definitely a cycle. This is a karmic cycle. We get upset. This happens, that happens. You get mad. You talk nasty. And then you shut me down. And then the forgiveness comes around. And then I take your olive branch or you take my olive branch. And then we continue the cycle again. So you're actually you're allowing the karmic more than anything to become your own master. It's not even the person who's your master. It's the chains. It's the karmic chains are the master, my friends, right? So when we say the master of reality, we're not talking so much about the person itself. We're talking about the karmic energy. The energy is the master. So, and it's because you both are stuck into a karmic cycle in which, it's unhealthy for both of you, right? Because it weighs on both of your emotions in different ways. So the master here is, like I said, the karma itself. So if you look at this, you can see the chains that are bound around the legs. Oops. Or the neck. I guess it's the neck on this one. Bound around the neck on this one. And the devil sitting over there is the energy. The chains are definitely the master. Right? Because in the end, you don't want to be there. They really don't want to be there. There could be something deep inside of both of you, of course, that both you want to be together, but overall, it's not healthy. So therefore, you're bound by this karmic cycle, which is more than likely from past life, my friends. Most karmic cycles like these are bound from past life. And I mean past life when I'm talking about this one. I know I say when I talk about past life, I mean, maybe it was from college or high school. No, when you're talking about something like this is usually literally that 1600s. And the 1600s, I was a captain of a ship and you were, whatever. And that's literally usually past life. Something that you have to learn from each other in this life. To break those chains, you die and come back, my friends. You're going to have to be with this person all over again. In whichever way and shape and form. To figure it out. To get past that karma. So the confusion is the hangman and which area we're going to take. How do I take the high road? How do I get out of being stuck within this situation? It's going to take a lot of meditation. Now, look in the recent past, it says you were meditation and finding that happy place, trying to, to get into that inner peace, finding that inner peace place for yourself. But it just feels like every time you find it, it gets swallowed away, right? It's just, and turns into this kind of unhappy place. You have to stop going back to this person, Spirit says. You have to stop. You have to find a new direction. You have to stop taking the Ace of Wands. Because otherwise it just continues to keep doing its karmic cycle. It just starts all over again. King of Pentacles could be dealing with a Taurus. Some kind of earth sign for a lot of you. I see Capricorn and Taurus a lot. Doesn't have to be, of course. There could be anybody, but I do see those signs more than pretty much anybody else. Because, it's kind of crazy because it does feel like when you do stop going towards them, this guilty feeling comes over them. And it could be them feeling the guilt. You guys could be mimicking each other through the guilt. So So it does feel kind of guilty, like, okay, well, I feel a little guilty because I didn't take their olive branch. I didn't take, their peace offering. You can take the peace offering, you just stop the relationship. You can say, I forgive you, but we cannot be together. Right? We cannot be friends. We cannot be lovers. Absolutely not, because it just drains you. And not only does it drain your energy on this physical plane, but it's draining your soul as well, right? Because the soul's ready for it wants you to break this. Both souls know this needs to be broken. So all you're doing is just draining that energy right out of you and making lower vibrational energy. The soul already knows what you're supposed to be doing. It's waiting for you, my friend, to do it. Yeah, because every decision you're making is an unhealthy judgment call. It's not bringing any blessings in this area at all. You have blessings in other areas, of course, right? But in this particular area, it's not helping any blessings. It's not doing anything. If anything, you probably don't see bad luck, and you probably don't see good luck, because really, with the Ace of Cups next to the Judgment, I see karmic stagnant energy. Why? Because it doesn't have a way of moving, left or right. It's just stagnant. So if you want to say this is really bad, then it's really bad. If it causes me bad luck, it probably does. Right? In that certain kind of area. Because no matter what, it's a healthy, unjustified place. You need to escape this area. Right? Whether it's metaphorically packing your bags and saying, my heart is out, or physically getting up and leaving. Right? Looking at how it is. Yep, there it is. You can't succeed this way. There's no success within this area. This area is not going to be successful. It's just going to continue to keep going on and on and on. Yep. And you can argue with yourself all day and all night. With the Five of Wands upside down, it's just an argument between you and them, yourself, themselves. And I see them doing the same thing. They can sit over here and argue with themselves all day and all night, wondering how this is going to go, but it's not going to work. It's just, and there's a lot of delusions and there's a lot of fantasies going on about how it's going to work. So it does feel like, again, I see disillusionments over here too. It feels like when I take this one, we always say, we can fix this, we can be better, we can do this, we can do that. But remember, you're not even, you're missing the whole point. The point is not for you guys to be together. It's to break the chains and say the karmic is over. I yield to the karmic is over. We no longer are connected by this karmic deed. So running on these, fantasy areas of how much love we can put in, how I'm going to change for you, it's all a fantasy, because it's only where the emotions are hitting each other, but there's no real ties to that situation. You came together to learn something. You didn't come together to live together, to be together that way. It's for a time limited only. To break karmic chains. And to break these karmic chains, like I said, you're going to learn. Figure out what it is with the moon that you need to learn, my friends. Right? And then invest in that situation so that you can plant the right seeds, so that way you can persistently move to where the better ideas and better place for you is. And maybe you can even teach them the same thing. Now, because you're karmics, they may tell you you're full of crap. Because I see a lot of nasty over here. Why? Because you guys, I feel, are so different that you could tell them, well, I watched tarot and they said, we need to come to this conclusion. So what did you learn from me? And they could literally tell you, I haven't learned crap from you. Right? Because you're in such different planes and such different playing fields that they may not even adjust to any of what I'm saying that you're picking up. They may not pick that up at all. They just might just think it's nonsense, which is, fine. I'm not, me personally, I'm not worried about it. I've heard it my whole life, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? And you just brush it off and say, okay, that's fine. Then that just means I can plant the seeds myself because I have a better understanding. I understand the whole understanding of what's going on, even if they don't get it. Yeah, don't sword them for not understanding. Don't try to make them surrender to what you're trying to say. You just think about it for yourself. They don't want to understand what is happening. don't push it on them. It's not that big of a deal, right? Just let it go and transform where you know you need to transform, okay? You do what you need to do, okay? But definitely I do have the past at the bottom of the deck, so this is definitely some kind of past karmic from past life. Okay. And it's kind of crazy because if we look at past life in the way it is from the bottom of the deck, you have traveling, overwhelming travelers. So it does look like through your past life you had been traveling towards this person and with this person on overwhelming determination to fix things and do things. And yes, absolutely. Been traveling with them for quite a while. This is soul travel. Okay. But it's just been going backwards and backwards. And you need to separate from the pain because no matter what from the past, there was always this pain. And this pain that you've never defended yourself with, but you continue to keep having towers with this person because you try to keep this a healthy relationship through every life of the world and every life you've lived. You've been trying to hold on to this type of love, trying to make it healthy, and it's not. There's no hopes and no promises. You need to figure out what it is, and it just brings emotional upset, okay, and disappointments within both of your lives on this plane. So you really need to get past that, okay? That way you can bring in what? Good karma, good justice, and balance out this life so you don't have to do it again, okay? That means that if you come back again and they decide to come back too, guess what? Do it all over again. So we really want to nurture the situation, take the cups where it's healthy, really move on so you can have the 10 of cups, okay? That way you can really break the karmic chains. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.